Hello everyone, it's the Cursing Seamstress. I apologize for the mess behind me. I'll explain that in just a bit. It's been a while since I made a video. I got my hair cut yesterday. My hair is so thin and limp that I just got tired of it. So got it cut over the ears, longer on top, and I'm happy with it so far. Easy to manage. I washed it and just used a curling iron a little bit and sprayed it really good. Today I'm on my way to Elizabeth City to get a new military ID card. The last time I went to try to do that, the people at the gate confiscated it because it had expired. And told me I had to have an appointment, which had to be made online, and they were about a month out. So I finally have an appointment today. I'm going to be leaving in just a minute. So while I looked halfway decent, I thought I would make a video. First of all, I want to show you the top I'm wearing. I do not remember the name of this pattern. It's by Love Notions. Pretty sure. It's really cute. It's easy to make. It's got pleats here and a band around the bottom. What I don't like, it came out well. I'm wearing it today. It's a good top for high-waisted pants, high-waisted skirts, and that's what I have it on with today. I tried to wear it with a pair of jeans, and the jeans were just a little bit too low, and I exposed my belly, which is not a good look. So this high-waisted skirt does well with it. If I can get the name of it, I will put it in the video when I start to edit it. The reason you see a bunch of fabric behind me piled up into a mess is because I subscribe to something called estatesales.net. My washing machine's going, I hope it's not too noisy. I subscribe to estatesales.net, and they had an estate sale 2 Fridays ago. It was Friday and Saturday, I believe. So I went Friday and I saw, you can see everything they have. They have pictures of everything that they're selling. And actually I know the company. They used to have a place in Edenton. It was called they still have it, Garmin's Country Deals, but they used to have a physical location. They no longer do. So they were doing this estate sale. It was in a beautiful house in Windsor, North Carolina. It was tucked back into the woods. It had cedar shake siding, which is very expensive. It was a lovely house. And just by looking at the contents, it looked as though it belonged to an older lady. There was not a lot of man stuff there, but really pretty furniture. They had a shaker bed, 4-poster shaker bed that was $150. It was gorgeous. If I had needed a bed, I would have bought it. I mean, it was lovely. I even called a friend of mine whose daughter is looking for furniture. They went over, they did not buy it, but and I don't know why, but it's just lovely. But anyway, part of the reason I went is because they had sewing stuff. And when I got there, there was another lady there. I couldn't believe it because I was there. It started at 9. I got there at 9:30 and went upstairs immediately to the room over the garage kind of thing, which is where sewing nooks usually are. And there was a lady going through the boxes. I mean, the woman who owned the house had bins, plastic bins, all in this one corner, full of fabric, full of patterns. It was unreal. So the only negative was most of the fabric was quilting cotton type fabric, which is fine. I think that works for quilts, and I've made a few of basic quilts with just squares. That's all I know how to do. But for little children's clothing, which I've been making a lot of for the, actually now there's 2 little girls and a baby boy. So I thought, well, I can use it for that, and who can resist fabric? So I bought a big bin full with some patterns in it, and I bought a love seat and an ottoman. So when I bought the love seat and the ottoman, they said you can just take the box of fabric and stuff with you at no cost. So I did. And then the following day, my grandson helped me to load up the ottoman and the love seat and get it into the house. So what I'd like to do is to show you some of the things that I have made with the fabric that I got. Some of this might be with other fabric, and I'll let you know. So most of the fabric I got was 3 to 5 yards. Some pieces might have been 2 yards, but I didn't pick the really short pieces that she had. And it looks to me that she did do quilting. All right, so I don't know what pattern this is. It's I think it's a McCall's pattern, and I believe this is a size 4. I made this with both of these fabrics came from what I got in Windsor. This, I believe, was a sheet. This was not. This was fabric. There's a little piece of elastic in the back, so it's a V-neck in the back and a square neck in the front. So I thought this was cute. I've made that before. Oh gosh, this is a long story. This is some of the fabric that I got too. This is a real stiff cotton. It probably has polyester in it too, and I might do a whole video on this or not. But I bought this pattern just a couple of days ago from Etsy, and thus far I have had poor luck on Etsy. Going back to when years ago I bought a ring from there, and it was so pretty, but it tarnished really easily, and yeah, that was not good. It took a while to tarnish, but and I bought a cami bra pattern on there that didn't work either. This is not from the same seller. This pattern is, when I saw it, it was just adorable. There is a pleat right here. Maybe you can see it better on the inside. There is a collar. There is bias binding here, short sleeves. The back is, I think the pattern has snaps for the back. I will probably use buttons. The problem with this pattern is a couple of things. It's a PDF, of course. The pattern pieces don't match up. For example, whoever created the pattern has, they match going across, but when you go to put the second row, the letters at the top of the pages do not match the bottom of the upper row. That was really confusing. But I mean, it's a small pattern, so there's only so many ways you can arrange it. So, you know, I figured that out. The other thing is that the instructions are just poor. It tells you to make this pleat here on the front side. It specifically says to do it on the front, but what they really mean is to do it on the back. So they have reversed that to make it come out like this in the front with the V here. If you can see that, you have to do it the opposite way. And so I started looking at it and realized that that was absolutely wrong, and did it the correct way, but that's a major error in my opinion. The other thing is the instructions tell you to put interfacing here and fold it over, but they don't tell you to stitch it down until like 4 steps later. And the logical thing would be to stitch it down right after you put the interfacing on there and fold it over. And actually it would even be better to not stitch it down. I'm not sure, but it may be better not to stitch it down until after you've done the hem. But it's fine to do it before and hem it, and just make sure you make it so that it doesn't show when you do the hem. The other thing is, this is a big thing. The sleeve does not fit in the arm's eye. So that is a major problem, and making sure this is recording. So that it's a major problem. There's like 2 inches difference, and they don't tell you to gather it at the head of the sleeve. And what else? Oh, there are no markings. So usually on a sleeve, you'll have a dot or something that you match up to the seam of, where the front and back come together. There'll be a dot on the sleeve to tell you that that's where you mark, that's where you put that. And you pin it from that and then pin it around to the side seams. So there aren't any dots or anything. So I ended up having to gather quite a bit to get it to fit in. And it's not supposed to be gathered. It's not supposed to have any puffiness to it at all, according to the pattern. So I may go back. I don't know if I'll make this again. I might, we'll see. There are so many problems with it. The pattern is made by somebody whose native language is not English. But anyway, so, and they also didn't say which side to iron on the interfacing to, and I looked it up and it's the bottom. So I did do that, but why have 3 pieces? Because I couldn't tell that there was a difference in size for any of them. So you could have just had 1 piece and had it marked to cut one for the top, one for, and then when they give you the instructions to put the collar together, they don't use the same terms that the pattern is labeled. So if it was top and upper, whatever it was, they use something totally different in the instructions. So that was strange. But anyway, I've been sewing long enough that I can get around that. Here's the other thing. I made the sizes go from, I forgot, but they go up to 6 years, a size 6. So I made the size 6, and I don't know if you can tell just by looking, but this is the shortest size 6 I have ever seen. And just for fun, okay, this is a 5, whatever McCall's pattern, and then when you put this up to the size 5, I'm trying to match it as best I can. I mean, that is so different. This is not a size 6. So one of the reasons I'm probably not going to put snaps on is I use the Babyville snaps. I love them, by the way. They're on Amazon. Is I don't want to waste them, and I'd rather waste some buttons and do the buttonholes, because this is like a size 3 or 4. And I realized it after I had cut it and everything. I mean, I had already folded this back. I could have added length, but I don't think I realized fully how short this is. So this is such a tiny, tiny thing. I'm very disappointed in that. pattern. Very disappointed in Etsy in general. That's me. All right, so I also made this. This is actually got this pattern from the estate sale. It's just a real simple pattern. This is a size, I believe this is a 5, but you can see this is pretty long for a 5, but I think it'll do fine. I put these little, only had 2, so it worked out well. These little bird buttons here, and they match the green and the blue. I was really lucky. Okay, for the new little baby that the lady at church just had, I made, he's a newborn. I don't think I have any newborn patterns, but I did have some size 2 patterns. So these are the Babyville snaps that I love so much. So I put snaps on this rather than buttons, and this is a size 2 little boys romper, I guess you call it. I have markings on here. I don't wash this stuff. I wash the fabric before I use it, and then leave the markings on there for the lady to wash, because what I found, even my daughter does this. She washes everything that I make. So I'll say, don't wash this, I've already washed it, she's gonna wash it. So, you know, people like to get their smell on stuff, and that's fine. So that's that. The inside is that same blue fabric, which was a sheet. Super duper pattern. I believe it's McCall's. You can find that pattern everywhere. This also, and that's with that blue weird fabric I just showed you, was also from the estate sale. This is from the estate sale. Both of these fabrics, I still have a ton of this gingham looking red stuff. And look at the I don't know what they are. They're strawberries. This is so cute, and this is made with one of the patterns that I got from the estate sale. So it buttons up in the front. The back is looks like that. I just think this is so cute. Cute, cute, cute. All right. For the big girl that she has, this pattern I've had for a long time. I believe it's a Simplicity or Butterick. I don't know. This is flannel fabric that I got from the estate sale. It's a mint green. This is not the best pattern. I made a nightgown for my daughter with this pattern, and she hated it. She said it looked like a granny pattern. But this is what it looks like. There's some gathering at the neckline, short sleeves. I think I made the sleeves short. I think they were actually long, or that was an option. I did put a little embroidery design on it. Can you see that? It's a dog. And then on the back, I put dogs are awesome on the back. So that's for the big girl. She is she wears a 14. That was a small adult. This is for one of the little girls. This is also flannel fabric from the estate sale. It's just a pair of pajama bottoms. I didn't do any embroidery. My new favorite way is to sew elastic down. It just works so well. To tell the back from the front, I took just a ribbon. It says it's a girl. I don't know if you can see that. I bought a bunch of ribbon from an estate sale about 10 years ago. I still haven't. This, I've shown you this fabric before. I believe can't remember if I did a video about it, but I think I have, I don't know. I might have a picture of it, but this is fabric that I did not get from this estate sale. I got it from another estate sale. I had made a jumper out of this fabric. It's pre-embroidered. I did not do that embroidery. So, I just cut it where the embroidery would be in the right spot. Previously, I made a jumper. I guess you call it a jumper. It's a gathered skirt and then a panel in the front and a panel in the back. So you have to wear, a blouse under it, shirt under it. And I guess you could wear this with it, or you can wear it alone when the weather gets a little bit warmer. But it's cute as can be. I guess that's it. There is more fabric. You can see it behind me. This is, I don't want to demean anybody, but there are problems with this pattern. I won't give the name of the person, but let me cover it up here and I'll just show you what the pattern looks like. Cute, really cute, but really badly drafted is all I can say. So that's it. I am gonna leave now. I appreciate your watching. Oh, hold on. All the patterns in front of me, so I'll just show you two. All right, so this is the only adult pattern I got. I don't like the big 4 patterns for adults. However, I thought that that is fairly attractive and maybe it would work. I fall into the size 20 on that. I don't wear 20 in any store-bought anything. It's just weird, but that's fine. This was another kids pattern that I got. I've not really opened this up and done anything with it, but it's pajamas, night shirts. So this would actually, small, medium, large, it's for little kids. The large is not for a big kid. It's for higher, maybe a size 6 or something. So anyway, so that's it. I appreciate it. I will talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.